Okay, that's easy.
Yeah, I mean, that's a part of it. Because when you're doing these videos, yes, part of it is to drive traffic to that property and get people interested in that particular property. That's part of it. Part of it is to get your name, your face, your brand in front of people. So the higher quality your video is, the more people want to work with you. Now, again, are the videos directly selling the home? They're not going to hurt, but they're probably not the direct cause a lot of times. Welcome to the Whissel Way Podcast. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty Group, EXP Realty here in San Diego.
My name is Bryan, Koci, Media and Marketing Director with Whissel Realty Group here in San Diego.
I like how you repeat it. It's cool, in case they didn't get it the first time.
Yeah, it's good for SEO.
Just reinforce it. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So the goal of the show is to give you the tools, the techniques, and tactics that you need to go out there and crush it in your business. And our goal is to do that in 30 minutes or less. We want this to be the podcast that you can listen to on your way to and or from the office. The way that we like to do this is to answer the questions that you have for us rather than us guessing at what you want to hear about. We just listen to you and what you want to hear about. And so the way to tell us what you want to hear about is to go to thewhisselway.com. You can ask us questions on there. You can join our Facebook group where we share a lot of insider info. We give you options to subscribe to the podcast and the YouTube channel, join our referral network on there, and find out about our upcoming events like our Media Mayor Mastermind event, which is a 16-hour event done virtually during COVID. We break it up over 8 weeks, so we do 8 two-hour sessions and basically share everything Bryan and I know about video and what we've learned over the last 6 years of creating killer videos together.
Yep.
What are we talking about today, Bryan?
So this one was a question from JD Manning. And he asked, do listing videos really sell the house, or do they just help you get more listings? Nope.
Cool.
Thank you for
Thanks
watching
for
this
tuning
episode. So do they help sell the house?
Yes.
Do they help you get more listings?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go in deeper.
Okay. So do they help you sell the house? Yes. Any marketing you do that is done well is going to help you sell the house. Marketing is all about exposure. It's all about exposing the home to as many people as possible. There are going to be people that gravitate towards photos. There are going to be people that gravitate towards videos. There are going to be people that gravitate towards 3D images. There's going to be people that gravitate to a variety of different things. But the more different types of media that you're putting out there, the more likely you're going to be to hit that person. Now, can I tell you like, oh, I sold 13 homes last year because of the listing videos? No. Can't. But can I tell you that I had X views? I don't know how many it is. Bryan could probably look it up. I had X
7
views on our videos. Yep. And where you know that the listing videos are valuable is because when you post a listing video and then you see somebody tagging somebody in it. What does that mean? That means that they are tagging that person, whether that's their significant other or that's a friend or family member of theirs. They're like, hey, this house could be a fit for us. This house could be a fit for you. So if you want to tell me the listing videos don't work and don't do anything, you're full of shit, because we see that on every single video that we post. There's people constantly tagging, there's people sharing, which means they watched the video and it popped in their head, I should probably send this to somebody, I should probably tag somebody in this. So they absolutely do work to help. Are they the number one thing that's driving people? No, the MLS is.
Yep.
Zillow is, right? Those are the two things that are driving the most traffic to your listing. But does it hurt to have a listing video done? Hell no. It can only help you if it's done right. Now, if you're doing some terrible, shitty video, you could maybe do more harm than good. But 99% of the time, you're doing, even if you just take a video that's a bunch of still images and they scroll across the screen, I'll take that over nothing.
Yep.
It's much better than nothing. So I would much rather you do an okay listing video than none. It's not going to hurt you.
Now, I was going to go somewhere else with that too.
Totally threw you off, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so what are some of the keys to a good listing video? And I want to kind of preface this by saying we do a lot of volume here in San Diego. We do.
We'll sell 400 plus homes this year.
Yeah. So we can't do. I've seen some agents in different Facebook groups, RETV, do like really cool. Very unique
stuff
videos.
With actors and scripts and
We've also
sets and all
seen
that, yeah.
Music video parodies, some Most done very poorly. A select few done very well.
I want to do one of those. I want to do a parody one.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Except I don't think I can sing because
No.
I'm absolutely terrible.
No,
at
we're
singing.
gonna hire someone else for it. You
I'm
can just lip sync
terrible.
it. So we have a process that we kind of follow through. But kind of what are some of the important things to have in a listing video?
Show the house.
Okay.
Show you.
Inside, outside.
Show your brand. Those are the
Cool.
3 things.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah, I mean that's a part of it because when you're doing these videos, yes, part of it is to drive traffic to that property and get people interested in that particular property. That's part of it. Part of it is to get your name, your face, your brand in front of people. So the higher quality your video is, the more people want to work with you. Now, again, are the videos directly selling the home? They're not going to hurt, but they're probably not the direct cause a lot of times. But you look at some of my good buddies like Seth O'Byrne here in San Diego, Tim Smith up in Orange County, like their listing videos are fucking crazy. They're
not
so
listing
good.
videos, they're films.
They're films, yeah. I mean, they're so good. I mean, these things are taking, days, sometimes weeks to shoot some of these
Production
things. Like,
crews.
They're amazing, right?
Yeah.
They've got 5-10 guys. Raj Kazar also up there in Orange County. Like, they do some insane killer videos. And there are people that see their videos and work with them because they want a video like that of their house.
Yeah.
So it absolutely works, right? I won't knock it at all. I love what they do. We did one of those and it was fun. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. The amount of time shooting and dealing with actors and all these set changes and camera changes, like it's a lot. But if you're doing high end, I mean, if I was focused on high end, which is, we do higher end, but we focus on that bread and butter. I've done this for long enough to know that bread and butter, I don't care if it's an up market, a down market, a sideways market, it's still going to move. So that's where we choose to focus the majority of our efforts. But if I was focusing on higher end, you better believe I'm doing badass videos on virtually every listing. If somebody hires me for a $10 million listing, we're doing a badass video and we're spending 2-3 days to shoot it.
Let's get a high-end listing. Let's do it.
That's what, yeah.
crush
Like
it.
you got to cater to your market. Now,
Yeah.
am I hiring actors and spending 2 or 3 days on a $400,000 listing? No, right? So I'm gonna adapt what I do to the listing. Like we have some templates where we can do like a photo slideshow, but like a nicer one. It's got some energy and stuff to it. So if we have more entry-level condos or single-family houses, maybe we're rolling with that. Then we get into the median bread and butter, maybe that mid to mid-upper price range. Now we're shooting like a full-motion listing video. Now we get up into that high end. Yeah, we'll bring actors in. We'll do what we need to do to make a really killer video. Some of the things, though, if you're shooting those, here's what I've learned. Your friends are the best actors. When you hire professional actors, they can be very, very difficult. They could be super prissy, and they can make your life hell.
I would not say your friends are the best actors.
Okay, they're maybe not the best actors, but they make your job a lot easier.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
I think an option is, hey, check
an
out your
option.
friends first.
Okay.
There are times where you need actors because they can, act.
Well, especially if they have to do talking parts
Yeah.
and stuff like that, then it could be really helpful.
But it's also usually a lot more fun to hang out with your friends than it is with people you don't know.
And your friends a lot of times will do it for you for pizza and beer.
Yeah.
Where,
They'll bring their
professional
cars.
actors. Yeah. Professional actors want a little more than that. So.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little bit about the listing videos. But I love listing videos. We try to do one on virtually every listing that we take. And we just play around with things. We're always trying to innovate and change it. But at our volume, we're not, doing videos like Tim Smith. Like his stuff's next level. And we're just different business models.
Yeah.
We're doing, for every one listing he sells, we're selling 10.
Yeah.
And we both do very well. We've chosen these are the paths that we go down. And will he do a $500,000 listing? Yeah. Will I do a $3 million listing? $10 million listing? Yeah. Right. Like we'll both do what each other does, but that's his bread and butter, and that's ours. And there are a million different ways to crush it in this industry.
Excellent.
Yeah.
There's also some really cool things you can do. I'm going to get nerdy here for a second.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. But there's also some really cool things where you can work in Facebook and YouTube as well on building, I believe YouTube. I don't do this in YouTube, but I do it in Facebook. But you can build custom audiences. This is what you can segment the people that watch your content. And you can say, hey, if someone watched 75% or more of this video, let me run ads that show photos of the house. Let me run ads that talk about the community. Let me run ads over and over and over to them. If they've watched 3 minutes of a video, if they watched the entire video from start to finish, they're probably more than just either it's my dad who watches everything we put out, or it's someone that has more than a little bit of interest in it, right? They didn't just scroll through it right away. They watched 25, 50%, 75%, and then we can retarget not only with us, but using our partners at YLOPO, who do crazy good stuff as well. So really working those relationships in to retarget with more ads on that home.
Yeah.
So that's another good way of, maybe the video didn't sell them the house. Kind of my philosophy on the video, it used to be I want to show every room, every piece of it. But especially if it's a vacant home that's staged, but they didn't stage the other bedrooms, or the bathroom is small and dark. Now my goal isn't to show every bedroom, every bathroom. My idea for the listing video is it's a trailer to the full movie, right? You just want to get them interested enough in scheduling a showing, interested enough in going to the open house, interested enough in going to your website, which they then get retargeted on, interested enough to sign up to get more info. So just enough information to where they go, oh, that looks really cool, but not showing the whole everything. That's what the 360's for. That's what the photos are for. They show all the nooks and crannies. But the video is just kind of a quick hitting. We try and do between 1 and 2 minutes, just to get people interested.
Yeah. One thing I'll touch on too is just the live videos. Do not go live 7 days a week. New listing, new listing, new listing, new listing, open house, open house, open house. Don't do it 7 days a week. You will turn people off. Now, can you do little things like in your stories and do that every day? You can. I would argue I still wouldn't do it every single day. I think you could still turn people off. But if you mix in enough of your personal life, so it's not just new listing, new listing, new listing, new listing, new listing, open house, open house, open house. If you can mix in some like personal stuff that you're doing, like just pick my daughter up from her first day of elementary school, like show that you're a freaking human and not just a real estate robot, I think you can get away with it on a regular basis. But I wouldn't do it in like my actual feed, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, whatever. I would not do it nonstop and that be the only thing that I'm posting. But if you're going to do live, the most important thing is be yourself. Talk the way that you talk when somebody's in front of you. Don't try to like change who you are. Don't try to emulate somebody else.
You should definitely do a British accent, though.
It's going to be fake AF if you try to emulate somebody else. Just be you, because right, I use this analogy a lot, but right, it's political season right now. You fly the red flag, 50% of people don't like you. You fly the blue flag, 50% of people don't like you. It doesn't matter what you do. 50% of people aren't going to like you. So just freaking accept it. And then the thing is, the 50% of people that'll like you when you're being you, they're endeared to you. They start to build the parasocial relationship where they feel like they know you before they've ever even met you. So when you're shooting videos, especially if you're doing Facebook Lives, show some personality, but your true personality, not some fake bullshit personality. Like show who you truly are in those videos. That'll go a long way. And then the other thing, and when you're doing those, because in most listing videos, there's not a lot of talking. But when you're doing a Facebook Live, there's a ton of talking. So don't just be Captain Obvious in the video. Like, here's the living room. There's wood floors. Like, they're not fucking blind, right? If they're watching your video, they could see that there's wood floors. Like, tell them something they don't know. Now, if it is a wood floor, maybe you could tell them that these are imported Brazilian walnut floors,
if
right?
That's the truth.
Like, if that's the truth. Like, tell them things that they can't just obviously see. Actually add some value. And so tell them what makes this unique. But most importantly, tell them what they can't just see in the video. Tell them, you know, hey, what's really cool about this location is 2 blocks away, the San Diego River runs through, and there's a trail called Walker Preserve. It's a really great place if you want to go take a walk or a little bike ride with your family. It's fantastic. It connects to the ball fields, and you could even connect over to where the drive-ins are. Like, it's a really cool thing, and there's an awesome brewery right around the corner, too, that you'll want to check out. Like, tell them that stuff in the videos, because that's the stuff they can't see, and that's how you can actually attach more value to you, because you're flexing your knowledge of the area. All right?
If you're listening to the podcast, watch that on YouTube. That. It's super cringy.
Yeah,
it's super awesome. Cringy.
So flex your knowledge of the area as well, because people, if you look at the studies that like Zillow does and NAR does, they all talk about like they want somebody who's knowledgeable. Like that's in the top 3 traits every single time of what somebody's looking for in an agent. So when you could tell people all about what makes it the home unique or what's like that area, that's what does well, right? Watch $1 Million Listing. What do they do every time? Especially Josh Flagg be like, well, welcome to the Bird Streets. This area is famous because blah, blah, blah lived here and the famous architect, blah, blah, blah. Like, people want to know that, right? They're like, oh, Josh is the guy who knows the history of this area, and he knows old homes, and he knows the architects, and he knows who's lived here. Christoph's killer at this, right? Christoph's awesome, by the way. I love you, dude.
Yes.
We were just chatting the other day. I told him I'm sad that we don't get to hang out and do bad things at the summit. Christoph's a fun guy, I'll tell you that much.
He's amazing at it. Just if you ever get the chance to bowl with Christoph Chu, not that he's great at bowling, but that's the most fun I've ever had with him.
He's a very dynamic guy. I love you, Christoph.
I love that guy. Okay. Anyway, so telling a story. Also, another thing that I really like is kind of planting a seed for something that's going to happen later. So when I've ever done Facebook Lives at properties, I'm like, dude, this place has a sick master bathroom. Let me show you that in a minute. But before I get there and kind of show them the rest of it, make them watch the rest until they can see the sick master bedroom.
Yeah. And then the last thing is tell them what to do.
Yep.
So at the end of your video or even throughout the video, because you got to know Facebook Live, you're going to have some people who are going to watch it live, and then you're going to have some people who are going to watch it recorded. So at least once in the middle of it, tell them what you want them to do. Hey, if this is something you're interested in, comment below or text me or call me. Here's my number.
Yeah.
Shoot me a DM. Like,
if you want to go next level,
be very clear on what it is that you want somebody to do.
If you want to go next level, check out Call Action. Jesse has some killer ideas on how to get leads from YouTube videos, leads from Facebook Live, stuff like that. Have them text a Call Action number. That's going to get mad value.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, guys. Well, that's what we got for you on that topic. What we want to do to finish the show out is share with you something that's called the Whissel Widget of the Week. This is something we're utilizing in our business. It either saves us time, makes us more money, or just helps us have more fun. What do you got for us, Bryan?
Yeah, so this is going to save us time. Every time we do a podcast, we use our phone, we turn it on silent, we make sure the screen doesn't go to sleep. It takes us like 5 minutes to get a stupid thing set up to make sure we're on time. And if it no work well, full refund. So
hold that up to the camera.
Yeah, if it no work well, full refund. Also, you can get a full refund if don't like it. Contact us for full refund. Magnet fall off or weak, full refund. Battery die, button broken, full refund. Contact us in order page for full refund. So this is
Did you buy that on Alibaba? Or?
No, it was on Amazon, a 2-pack of little kitchen timers. They're tiny. We're at 17 minutes and 20 seconds. But they're these little and small kitchen timers. Got a little magnet, got a little stand, and we're using this to make sure that we stay at or around 20 minutes for our podcast. Cost us, I think it was $10 for a 2-pack. I like these.
So
and if I don't, it's a full refund.
So it worked well.
Yeah. Yes, work well. No refund needed.
Yeah.
We'll see if it works next week.
Love it. Good stuff. All right, cool. Mine is something that I think can really help a lot of you out when it comes to doing your prospecting. We talk about there's 3 important things in life. It's God, family, and prospecting. That is, and you could interchange 1 and 2, right? There could be 1A and 1B with each other. We'll let you decide how that works for you personally. But prospecting is the most important thing in your entire business. And one thing I want to be clear on, prospecting could be a variety of different things. It's not just banging the phones for an hour. Prospecting could be going out and door knocking. It could be visiting new home developments and building relationships with them. It could be visiting senior communities and building relationships with them. There's a lot of different
going
things.
Going to your local chamber of commerce.
Going to chamber of commerce. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that could be considered prospecting. So don't think that it just means calling expireds for an hour, right? But traditionally we talk about things like when I was in college, we played a different version of this. But, now the hour of power is...
I don't know what that is, but I don't want to know what that is. I think it's something I shouldn't know what it is.
You would do it. It was like you'd have to take a bite of ice cream every minute for an hour.
I call that Tuesday.
Like a scoop. But an hour of power is something that I still have in my schedule today, and I would encourage everybody who is listening today that you put this into your calendar. You should have an hour of power every single day, and that should be the one thing in your calendar that is non-negotiable that happens every day, no matter what. Nothing is going to replace it. If for some reason you have to put an appointment in where you had a power hour, that power hour just has to move to a different time in the day. It does not come off the calendar. You've got to get that power hour in every day. And now I understand sometimes it could be tough to do this on a daily basis. So just little things can make it a little bit more fun. So if you're listening to this, you might want to look on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you get to see this. This is something from our boy, Tom Ferry. And he just built this really cool little hourglass that is truly an hourglass, because this will help you track 1 hour of power. And so what's cool is you set this bad boy down, then you start seeing the sand dropping through the hourglass, and it's go time. This is your time to do whatever it is that your prospecting is. That could be lead follow. I mean, just something where you're talking to people about business. You got to spend an hour a day on that. So having a little something like an actual hourglass is something that's really cool, that I would recommend everybody have in their office. Whether you're a solo agent or you run a team, you should have one of these little hour of power glasses from Tom Ferry.
Super important question, though.
Yeah.
If it no work well, do you get full refund?
Tom Ferry, we get full refund?
Full refund, no work well?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you could get them on tomferry.com. Since there's no summit this year, I think that's where I got it, was the summit last year.
Yeah.
So this little hour of power thing is something cool, and it's fun to watch it, especially like whenever we run team hours of power, we'll run contests, and it'll be the most talk time or the most appointments set or whatever the case is, and so it's fun watching it tick down because people will come look at it and see how much time they have left and push a little bit harder on it. So cool. A little hour of power hourglass is something pretty cool to have in your office. So hopefully you guys got some value out of the show today. If you have questions you want to have us answer on a future episode of the show, go to thewhisselway.com. You can ask us questions on there, join our Facebook group, find out about some of the things we're working on internally. You could also join our referral network, subscribe to the podcast, the YouTube channel, and most importantly, find out about our upcoming Media Mayor Mastermind events, where you can find out everything Bryan and I have learned over the last 6 years of cranking out thousands of videos together, have that all condensed into 8 2-hour sessions. We're doing it all virtually right now during COVID, so you can get on the early interest list for that and be notified as soon as we drop the date for it. So just go to thewhisselway.com. All right, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Whissel Way Podcast.
See ya.
Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.